Milo Miller says, my question is, why do the Amish shun you when you decide to walk away from the Amish life, but still believe in God? So what you have to remember, Milo, is when the Anabaptists were founded and then heavily persecuted, they weren't persecuted by people who didn't believe in God. They were persecuted by people who did believe in God, Christians, for not having the same religion that they did. They were persecuted by the Catholics and the Protestants. So they're naturally distrustful of other religions. They keep to themselves for that reason. And as such, if you're trying to keep to yourselves, if you were to let everybody in, everybody join the Amish with no rules, then there wouldn't be any Amish. You'd just be another religion. What sets the Amish apart is that they have not wavered on what they believe in. They have not wavered on their rules. And they are steadfast in that if somebody leaves and decides that they're not part of the Amish community anymore, then they're not part of the Amish community. There is no straddling the fence. There's no halfway in between. The best way I can look at it is if you have flour and you're trying to bake a cake. I don't know how much flour it takes, but you start adding sand to that flour, something that's not flour, it's not going to turn out the same. You're not going to have the same cake. You're basically, so say you want to drink a cup of milk. You add some water to it, fine. You add a little more water to it. Where do you draw the line before it's not milk anymore and it's water? So the Amish, basically, they allow people to join. They would allow me to come back. But until I do so free willingly, I will be shunned. Because I have chosen to shun them in a sense. I don't want to be Amish anymore. So I chose to shun them. They look at it that way too. But just the fact that I believe in God doesn't mean anything to them because they've seen that before, back in the 1500s to 1600s, they're just naturally a little distrustful of other religions, and I don't blame them, because of what the history has, what the history has been. One thing's for sure, the Amish have never persecuted anybody else for their religion, even me. They told me that I should stay Amish, but when I decided to leave, there was no physical repercussions for me staying out. I didn't get a whooping. You know what I mean? They asked me because they cared about me. They asked me to come back. I told them no, I wasn't interested, and so they told me they were going to shun me. I said, that's fine. It was pretty respectful, my interaction with the elders when I got shunned.